we're cutting straight to the outside cam for the beginning of the stream. Hello, we are here. I am here. I was not ignoring people. I was not doing stream. We had a power outage in the middle of this beautiful day. Look at this. Weird. I am catching up on all the things. So we were about a couple minutes away from me starting the stream on at my regular time, and the power went out, which, you know, that happens from time to time. But it was weird because it's a beautiful day. Nothing really is going on. But still not uncommon, not weird. But then my ability to get onto the internet through my phone, my LTE, that was interrupted too. So there's a couple things that I'm thinking might have happened. So just down the street from my house is a power substation. And if you go down there, you see they have a giant fake steel tree down there. That's the cell tower here, and it's built right in the little perimeter of the substation. So what I'm thinking is whatever power outage hit actually knocked out the substation as well, which powers the tower that we have right there. Now a different tower should have taken over if that's the case, but we may or may not have. It may or may not have affected more towers than just that one. So that's the only thing I can think of. So I read your message now, B-Shack, but I couldn't get it because I literally couldn't even get on my phone to look to see what was going on. One, with the power outage. Two, with anything. Like, I couldn't even tell anybody that I wasn't going to be on at the right away because of the power outage. So it's AI slop, but I love making alterations. It's pretty funny. It sounded like something that you would put together. That's the thing. Something very creative and very embellished. I'm getting phone calls from the energy company. Hello, we have reinstated your power. Everything is good now. Congratulations. Have a wonderful day. Boo, AI. Alliteration, excuse me. The occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. Very nice. We could talk about some AI stuff today. I talked a little bit about it on Wednesday when Sunny was on too. We could talk some more about it if we like. I don't mind. I don't mind talking about the things. I know I'm a stinker. You are a stinker. You're a creative stinker, though. We've had this conversation before. You are a great thinker and ability to do a lot of those things. Now, whether or not you choose to use your powers for good or evil, that has always been a B-Shack decision. So, it has always been up to you, my friend. Oh, well, that was fun. I was not expecting such a beautiful day for a weird power outage that basically just knocked out everything. But yeah. I'm serious, Alex. If we need to talk about AI stuff, we can talk about stuff. It is a hot button topic, for sure. Our choices are our own. You got that right. Took me a long time to recognize we can only control how we react. Yes, how we react and how we interact is very, very true. That is a very good point. All right. So before the power outage and everything else that happened, the plan was to get on and work on some of this stuff again today here. I've got an event coming up next weekend, so I'm foregoing a little bit of working on book progress stuff to work on these things. And we have some fun. If I get done with this Asuna one before the end of the stream today, I've got some other cool photo stuff that I want to work on. Photos of Sora and Patch and Buttons that you guys will get to see, and it's kind of fun. So, yeah. I enjoy AI. I don't like typical AI stuff, but I feel like people can do cool things with it if they utilize it correctly and ethically. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same pathway in that. I have similar feelings about that. I also have feelings about, or ideas that, I'll give you guys an example. This example I gave on Wednesday. I've been working on a logo for Thunder over the past couple weeks. Actually show it to you guys since he did publish it finally. So it's up and out for everybody to see. But I'll show you guys what I've got. This is the logo that I put together for him. He's doing a new series, podcast, stuff like that. So this is Trail and Air, Alaska. So if you see that pass across your feeds on Instagram or YouTube or anywhere like that, this is our good friend Thunder up in Alaska. His stuff that he's working on. Go check it out. It's kind of fun. But yeah, while putting this logo together and working on figuring out references and tracking down kind of the idea of what I want to emulate, some of the design elements around and things like that. I noticed, so like before a lot of the AI really exploded, if you wanted to go do a Google search on like national park logos, right? It would give you all of the national park logos that it could find and people have tagged and things like that. Now it does the same thing, but every once in a while there's a little intermixing of stuff that people have generated now. So it's slowly working its way. Even if we say, no, I'm never going to use any AI stuff, we may not know here very shortly which stuff is and isn't, because it's just working its way into the lexicon of our imagery, you know? It just kind of, it's going to be there in a lot of ways. So, Selena 52 truck stop is a good example of using AI as a story utilizing absurdity and realism. I don't know that one. So it's kind of, it's going to be, I think I likened it to a lot of stuff that I dealt with early on when I started doing a lot of digital artwork and working on the computer and creating, doing drawings, paintings, whatever it was that I was doing on there. And there was a lot of vitriol and a lot of contempt and a lot of hate for that medium as well, calling it not real art and all of that thing, that digital artists aren't real artists because they're not working in a traditional medium or anything like that. So it's a lot of the stuff that is happening with that is very has happened already before. It's not unknown or like we just repeat all of that same crap over and over and over again. But I think you hit on the main points though, is that there is utilization of things correctly and ethically in a lot of ways. I know for me, there's like 100,000 different things on even just Illustrator here that I could use that would make my life easier, faster, when creating these compositions and these characters and things like that. I typically choose to do it the slow, painful way because one, I enjoy doing it the way that I've learned over the years, and that's fine with me. And I don't really need to do fast and speedy is the other part of that. So I've compromised on those things in that way. So I'm working in a style medium that fits and suits what I want to do. It's no different than somebody being like, I want to do impressionist paintings, and that's all I want to work in. I don't want to do anything else in any other, like there's always a niche for all of those different types of styles, traditions. I mean, like people still do traditional everything. Can be traditional printmaking, traditional any type of the styles and works and stuff like that. So there's novelty in it. There's strengths and weaknesses in each one. So it just depends on what people want to do and how they want to do it. I think for me, the idea of AI stuff is interesting. I don't think it has the ability to be a good final product in a lot of ways. It's getting better. We can look at the idea between the relationship of everybody could tell which stuff was AI and which stuff was not AI based on the hands, right? Like that was a huge meme thing for the longest time. Be like, oh, it's got terrible hands. It's got to be AI. Like part of that is going away, like, and really, really fast too. So it's going to be in our culture in a lot of ways, very, very fast here. I think the weird things that are happening are some of the generative stuff where they like take photos and they expand landscapes and things like that, and it creates what was the example that I saw that I read an article about where they were taking wedding photos in some European country, and the bride and groom wanted, like, there was some, if you're just like removing people, that's fine. Like that's we do that digitally just with Photoshop just on its own. But they were taking this picture of this bride, and she was standing in front of an archway, and they wanted to expand it further. They wanted to make it a horizontal instead of vertical shot. So they just had the AI do the add on to the sides of the frame, right? It's the cool thing that we see when they do add-ons for different TV shows and movies and stuff like that. But it was creating a completely fabricated set of scenarios there. Like it just like continued, it replicated the arches in a way that made it look really pretty, but it's not real in that idea, right? Like you can never go back to that spot and replicate that in any way, because it's what they did to it was not in any fashion real. So it creates a weird creates a weird thing. Like, I don't understand. Though I agree that AI can be used as a tool in good ways, I don't believe that 90% of people will actually use it correctly. Yes, that's exactly the problem. That's the thing, is that people will misuse it because they can. Also, a lot of algorithm-based products are being misleading labeled as AI programs since it's the new buzzword to sell. Yeah, it's kind of like the organic it's shit that they used to put on food and everything for the longest time because it was an unregulated term that they could just throw on whatever it was. It didn't even have to have an organic ingredient in it. They could just put that on any packaging because it was just something they could do. So no, there's regulations and stuff like that that definitely need to be put into place for some of this stuff, for sure. I think that's the piece that we're currently we don't have, that hopefully they'll be able to figure out at some point. Hopefully people that can figure it out that are not 90 years old too, because they don't fucking know. Would be nice. That's unrealistic, but still. Bingo, yeah. What was his name? Oh, that is correct. So for me, it's interesting. I grew up with a learning disability throughout my years. I went into special education when I was early on in my middle school years, and all through high school. I struggle with reading and writing and things like that, conceptualizations of, certain things like that. I don't know how to use punctuation and things correctly because it will not sink in. It doesn't matter how many times I look at it or try. Like, there's something defunct that will not, like, language is a hard one for me, which is a weird place to be when you're trying to write children's books, but I'm writing from a different experience for those. But I've been able to find that some of the stuff that I can use AI for in that way helps fill in some of my gaps, some of my stuff. So like AI is integrated into Grammarly, so like being able to have it check my punctuation, make sure my sentence structures and stuff like that are correct to the English language, that's helpful for me. That's the stuff that I don't really have in my lexicon to be able to do. Like, it's good for those type of things, which is nice. As far as like generative stuff, I tend to use it, like you were saying, like in an ethically stable kind of way. So there's a couple ways that I do that. If I can't find the information that I want in a Google search or tracking down information, I'll use the AI stuff to find information or come up with an idea where to find certain things. So I use it like that in certain aspects. But even then, I feel like I have to go through and double vet and make sure everything is correct when I'm doing that, because I don't trust the answers it always gives me. So I want to make sure that I'm doing my due diligence to make sure that whatever I'm seeing is actually representative of the real thing in that space. The other part is having it do like tedious tasks. So when I was I was writing the story for this first book. I was in the process of figuring out kind of what I wanted it to look like, how I wanted it to sound, doing all of that stuff, all that creative things. When it came to trying to figure out what the title of the series was, that's when I was like, okay, I have a concept or an idea of what I want, but what I need is I need something to give me like a bunch of combinations of things. And that's not a Googleable thing. Like you can ask Google, like, hey, give me a list or find me a website that has a list of every sewing term ever, right? And it will do that. Like it'll bring a Wikipedia and it'll give you a list of all that stuff. But if you're like, no, I want to take like 2 or 3 words and combine them together and make me a list of like 1,000 combinations of words that are kind of like that. And that's where it becomes useful, is you can do repeatable, simple things with it really, really well, which is nice. So like I would make lists and lists and lists and lists. I would ask it to do give me a list of 100 combinations of sewing terms, and I would have it do it like 5, 6, 10 times. And then I would take all those lists and I would look at them, and then I would go through and take the ones that I were like, nope, not this one, nope. And I would knock those out, and then I would would whittle it down to a bunch that then I would look at and be like, okay, do these sound right? Do these sound bad? Do these whatever? Can I now take them and move them around in my own way to make them sound better or do something different? Or are there 2 that have 1 word in each one that I like, that I feel like would be a better combination that it didn't come up with? So it's the same creative process that we use for most things. It's that thing that they teach you when you go to college, when you're like, write this paper that is the same paper that we tell every student to write every fucking semester for all of time, but write it in your own words. Like that's what you then have to do. So you take the information that you have and then you synthesize it yourself, and that's when you come up with the stuff. So I feel like there's still originality in that, because it's no different than doing research and stuff like that. It's just how you get that is a little bit different. Kind of like when you guys might be too young for this, when the internet was first born and they wouldn't let us use any information off of the internet for any reports that we were writing in school. We had to only use book sources from the library. That was a huge thing for a number of years while they got shit figured out. So it'd be interesting to see how this goes and whether or not they actually get their stuff kind of regulated and understood in a lot of ways. But I think it's very much still on the same tracks as a lot of those things. So I don't like the way, like you said, some of this shit is being used for sure, and it is stealing a lot of things. Like I don't think that's right in any way, shape, or form, but it's also a tool that can be wielded for good or for evil, just depending. So there's a girl on TikTok who has AI psychosis. Her AI has convinced her that her psychiatrist was in love with her. AI is bad at being objective or understanding context. I can't think of the term, maybe confirmation bias. That was kind of the case for me. I could only get information from approved websites. Yeah. No, I think that's the thing, is it's being touted as a fix-all or a solution to a lot of different things, but it's still stupid. Like, it's dumb as shit. And to think anything other than this, it's a dumb thing, is irresponsible in a lot of ways, right? It's not going to take over for your therapist. It's not gonna, like, I can't even ask Siri to give me the gas prices in my area because it doesn't fucking know. Like, it can't do that shit. It's not a real intelligence in that way. It's just I don't even know what to call it. It's more of a dumb AI is what it is. It can complete tasks and synthesize data, but it can't actually understand any of the things that it's actually doing or putting together or anything like that. So it's useful. It's just another tool is what it is, I guess. It's not really an assistant in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion. It's not actually assisting in anything. That's my ramble. You're welcome. Probably didn't ask for that completely, but good and bad. A lot of different things. Some of the stuff that they're doing with like medical, where it's almost able to detect certain cancers and stuff from scans and stuff like that more accurately than humans are able to do. Like, some of that is interesting for sure, but the issue is that people want to believe that it's already at the point, like in sci-fi movies, where it's an all-knowing being disguised as. Yeah, that's the kicker. We're nowhere near that. And there's some other like shady deal stuff behind the scenes that is also kind of feels Monopoly-esque, or, you know, yeah, there's some weird stuff. When open source updated to GPT-5, I guess a lot of people were mad because it removed a lot of the stuff that was causing people to rely on their AI for emotional regulation or advice. Some people said they felt like they lost a friend. Well, you know, and that's a thing too. Like, there are people that make connections with a lot of different items in their world and life and stuff like that. So I can see that being a thing. It get emotionally attached. People get emotionally attached to celebrities and everything else. So, like, that's a thing. Okay, so we need to add. We're gonna add some shadows. I think we're gonna add some shadows. The human experience is quite an interesting one. It's very human to make connections, personalizations. We see faces and things. It's genetic in that way. Yeah, no, it really is. I have friends that entirely detest AI. It's not human and it steals people's work. Yeah, and they're not. That's the weird, interesting dichotomy of it all, is that it's doing all of the things. It's doing interesting and amazing things in one way, and is doing horrible and detestable things in the other way. Like, it's hitting all the marks, which is fun and awful at the same time. But you, as a child of the internet and of gaming spaces, like, people ruin things like that very, very easily just because they can too. So it's almost, yeah, I don't know if it's self-mitigation, I don't know, something along those lines. I think the one kicker, I think the one relatable thing I can point to in that idea is that there was a incident that happened at my son's school earlier this year, and a lot of nasty things were spray painted on walls and floors and things like that. It was not a good situation. Kids had broken into the school late at night and done some terrible stuff. And some of the parents had come forward after the event, some of the parents of the kids that had done the stuff, and they were blaming the school, being like, why did you let my children do this? And it was an interesting statement and conundrum to hear and be like, huh, interesting that there was no responsibility, one, on your end, two, on the kid's end, that it was somebody else that was. And I think that kind of fits on a lot of stuff. Some of this is each of our own personal responsibility in a lot of ways. So, yeah, that was the commentary that was being pushed around for a minute. So I don't know. Like, there's a lot of stuff, a lot of life stuff that happens. People go through a lot of crazy stuff. It's too hard. It's too hard to synthesize in a lot of ways. That's absurd to try and blame the school. Yeah, even if it wasn't just directly, blame the school, it was still a abdication of responsibility, right? Like it was all of that. I feel like the time it has been around forever, we just experience it more often. Yeah, that's the crazy part about most of these things, is like people are all upset and be like, this has never happened before. It's like, no, this stuff has happened throughout history all the fucking time. Like we keep repeating these same mistakes over and over and over again. None of this is new, but we just don't remember it because it wasn't just constantly thrown out there all the time, always in our face in a lot of ways. Still wild. Yeah, it is. Oops, that's the wrong button. Pick the wrong one again. God damn it. There we go. I don't know what the answers are, and I don't know, like, a lot of this has to do with feelings and emotions that, I don't know. Think about mad kings blaming peasants for shit. Yeah, you're not wrong. Like, that is a very direct. They weren't mad kings, they were just misunderstood. I'm not trying to get on a high horse or anything either, or say anything. I don't understand a lot of the stuff. Nor am I equipped to be able to pass judgment on any of the stuff, nor do I want to. I just want to be able to have a world where we can be kind and gentle to each other and take care of each other in a lot of ways and respects. And I wish that was easier to be able to do. Conversations I've had with both of my children about those things and stuff like that, and things that they've seen and experienced, and trying to figure out how to, understand those things and quantify those things down. Hard. It's a hard world. I wish I had all the answers. but I do not. Okay, there we go. Still need some other shadows here, but... There we go. Let's see. These wafts. Let's make... not that one. Let's go up here. Yeah, put that there. So that flows a little smoother. That needs to be changed too. Let's bring that up. And now I'm getting all my notifications on my phone, so they must have got their stuff back up and running again, which is good. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk this morning. I appreciate you all for coming in for the Tahoe anime rambles about bullshit he knows nothing about. There you go. Okay, I have a question for all of y'all. So, both of you have graduated high school, both of you went through that process. I'm assuming, I'm hoping, or at least did some of it at some point. Your senior photos, if you had senior photos done or taken or anything like that, do you still have them? Is that something that you've kept all these years, or is that something your parents have? I need your information. I have questions. I currently have a senior in high school, and we've experienced the senior photos, but I'm wondering if it's a slowly dying thing. My parents have them. I don't think I have them. Gotcha. Reason why I ask is, remember when class reunions, it might be still a big thing for you guys, but over here on the West Coast, class reunions are like not a big thing anymore. Older generations still do them, but I have not been to a class reunion for high school at all. And I think the last time they had one, 10 people showed up, I think is what I heard. So I'm looking at like school photos. Like school photos for the kids when they're younger, those make sense. But like the senior portraits, like my son was talking to me about it, and he's just like, dude, I take pictures with my friends all the time now. So I have hundreds and hundreds of photos with my friends and things like that. Like I don't know what I would keep these senior portraits for. Like he's like, I don't know what I would use them for. And it's like, that's a fair assessment. Like, I don't even know what... I have mine, and they're hanging in my bedroom, but I'm like... They're not... If, like, they weren't there, I wouldn't be crushed, kind of thing. I don't know. I haven't either. I don't want to see those people. Unless I get really hot. I think you're hot. You're good. I think they use them for the yearbooks. They do use them for the yearbook. So... I don't know how yours was, but mine was they make you put on that fake tux, and that's their yearbook photo that they use. But they also give you the option of doing other photos too. So like they give you different poses. You can bring a different set of change of clothes that change into to do the photos with as well. So it's kind of like a mini photo shoot in a lot of aspects, but it's kind of funky dory. I just don't know if it's a slowly dying fad that was from a generation and era where photography was rare-ish, that is carried over, that doesn't really fit anymore because we have so much access to be able to take pictures just constantly now. So I'm just, yeah, trying to figure out whether or not it's useful in any way. That did not do what I wanted it to do. We're also broken poor and don't know if we have the money to pay for the crazy packages that they want to do. That's a better fair assessment. Does that do anything for us? We have lights and darks. Maybe not there. Maybe back here. Pardon me if I cough on stream. I think I have a little bit of a cold happening right now, but I've been resisting the cold. Only cough every hour or two, 2 or 3 hours. Went to school to have lunch with my niece. Hey, that's awesome. Hosted my first org event yesterday. Could have gone better, I feel like, but it was a bunch of nerves for sure. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm glad you were able to do it, and even a mild success is a success for sure. I'm sure people enjoyed it. Let's see. There we go. Try that. Yeah, it's always a work in progress. You always got to try something first, and then you understand a little bit better about the mechanics and how it should work, and then it just gets better from there. So that's the hope and the dream, at least. I'm sure you did great. Did you bring enough snacks for everybody? That's the main question. Let's just face it, that's all people want. They just want to make sure the snacks for snacks for everybody. Hair's doing weird things. There we go. Not too bad. Well, place we were going also had already been hit before we got there. Ew. Well, I got a crime stat for negligent homicide. Uh-oh. Oh, Sonny, what did we talk about homicide? That is not an okay thing. Negligent homicide. I paid it off before any bounty hunters showed up. I would call that a successful event then. Didn't get to do the things you wanted to do, but you had to pay off the cops before anything crazy happened. That's success. Let's see. I want to change. Oh, those are okay. Let's make this not as sharp. There we go. You okay, cat? I think he just ran into the wall running around the house. He does that. It's his thing. He got the poop runs, probably. Kind of works. Kind of's okay. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, backed up, and a bluebird ship was already too close, so I blew up his ship on impact. And then we had someone with a bounty show up, and we took him out. Doing 3 of us. Nice. Okay, let's switch over to our live cam real quick. I'm gonna let Puppies wants to go outside, so we'll let her out and we can watch her go out and check out the outside world. So please hold for a moment. I will be right back and we'll keep going. Let's go. Oh, look at that. Perfect timing for our first ad break to pop up here shortly too. Me. Okay. I moved the camera around a little bit outside. So it's got a little bit closer to the edge of the deck. And then I put her bowl right there, her water bowl, right in front. So when she comes up to get water, we get to see her a little bit now. But this is her domain. She just hangs out and watches the world. There was a bunny out there just a little bit ago and some quail running around. So if we leave it on this camera, we might get to see some cool stuff out there. Just depends. It all depends. But I know I already left you to go let her out and stuff like that, but we are going to take our 3-minute ad break here in about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So I'm gonna pause what I'm working on. I know we got a little bit later start today because of the power outage and things like that, but we're gonna keep going like we normally do. I'm gonna see if I can make up the time a little bit at the end of the stream that we missed, but yeah, we're gonna pause here, pause on our stuff that we're working on, and then once those ads are done running, then we'll come back and keep working, and this way y'all don't miss anything. So take a minute, go to the bathroom, go check on if you're working or anything, make sure they don't need you for anything, and go to the bathroom, get a snack, all those things, and then I will meet you back here in about 3 minutes, 3, 4, 5 minutes, depending on when the ads run and stuff like that. So I'll be back. See you in a minute. Okay, I have returned. Looking through some more references here to see if I can find some hair. I need to put some lines around all of this. I think that's what I gotta do. I have to outline it. Yeah, I think that's the big thing. Hey, thank you, Sunny, for putting in your points for Sora. I appreciate it. We are at 87%. We've got 7 days left, but we're at 43,534 points for giving Sora our treat live here on stream. So we're really close. So if you're watching the stream, or if you come by and watch the stream and you want to help give our assistant, which is Sora, our 8-year-old husky, there she is, right there on the screen. Then come by and watch the stream, and then you can actually turn in those. You get points for watching, and then you can turn those in on our challenges page, and then we can get to that reward faster for her. So, and then once we get done with that, we'll switch over to Patch being our next assistant. We'll just swap back and forth between those two. Watching him is not as interesting on stream because he literally sleeps 99% of the time. It's rare that he gets up and goes and does stuff. He's 19, so it's a way different experience with him. Okay, I think I need to do some outlining. I think that's where we're at. Didn't really get to do that with the Kirito hair because his hair is dark. But I do think we need to put a line around all of this stuff. Okay, so that's going to be a huge bulk of time for sure. That's okay. I really want to get this one cleaned up. Okay, let's grab this color real quick. Okay, so sometimes, like you can see with these little shapes that I made, I'll just add a stroke around them because it makes it easy. They're simple, whatever. These ones like this that comes up and loops around, those ones I did by hand. So I'm going to do something similar to that. I'm going to make a line that goes all the way around all of these little guys. But I'm going to do them all by hand because I want to. And I like that style. That's where a lot of the artistic part of this comes in, where yeah, I can generate something fast, quick, and easy, but there's always going to be a want and a need for handcrafted things in that way. Okay, so let's go way up here for this one. It'll take a little bit longer, but it'll look a little bit better too. Okay, so we got that first pathway here. Let's fix some of this. Fix this one. This way we can make little sections and wafts on our own. Like that. So I can extend some of these shadows up and give it a little bit more length and make it a little bit more full this way too. If I want. It's this one. Yeah, so we can do stuff like that. I don't think I need it on this one per se, but maybe on one of these other ones. Yeah, not that one. No, we don't need that one. Okay, so we can also experiment a little bit. I want to increase the length of this one. Let's see what that looks like before I commit to it. Pardon me. Yeah, I think it'll work. I think that's fine for now. So you missed it earlier, Sonny. I didn't get on right away with the stream because we had a power outage here right before I was going to press the button. It was out for like 20 minutes. So, not to mention that it also knocked out our cell service too for the for our LTE. Something was happening. Somebody crashed into a substation or something somewhere. Or hit a pole or I don't know, something. Been kind of a common occurrence lately. Yeah. I had no way, like I could call people, like that service was still working, but if I wanted to even just go onto Google or anything like that, it was just like, nope, we have no LTE or anything here. I was like, oh, that's new. Not like I can't get get along without it, but at the same time, I also have no way of being able to tell any of my audience that, hey, this is what's happening. I think that's the hard part about relying on this tech for a job or something like that, is that it's when it's out or when it's down, then I guess that's the weird thing, is like, if it would have been any other time, I think it would have been fine. It was just because both services were out, that's what made it funky dory. If it was one or the other, then that would have been different. It's not going to cooperate, is it? Yeah, I know, Patch. I know. It's not snack time yet, though. I know. As much as you would like it to be, it's not snack time. Well, they give me snacks. I must have the snackos. I know y'all would have missed me a little bit, but it would have been okay. I know y'all can't live without me. I know, I gotcha. Hee hee. Yeah, I made it. Yeah, I've been on for an hour now. We just had our break just a little bit ago, so it did come back and we were able to get on. Yeah. Thanks for checking in, Dreamer. I appreciate it. Not gonna lie, it was dicey for a minute. I wasn't sure what was gonna happen, since I couldn't even get on to let people know that it was being funky dory. So that was a new one. Did I do... Yeah, I went on the outside. Let's go on the inside. There we go. Something like that. Look at it real quick before we make our adjustments. Let's redo that one. I'm definitely feeling the coughs coming on way more now, Dreamer. So I'm definitely in the coughing stage of whatever this cold is that I have, which is fun. Hopefully that means that I can progress to then getting better sooner, which would be nice. I'm glad that we're getting this out of the way now so that I don't have this problem during the convention next weekend. That is a positive. I do have to take that away. That is a positive. Yeah, coughing stage, yay. I'm resisting at the moment, but I'm doing okay. Good thing is it shouldn't affect anything. We're gonna be inside for this event, for this next event, so that's a nice thing to have. So those are all good things. Sadly, I will not be online to be able to do our Dungeon Protocol stream next Saturday. I won't be on to do our, I have to show up at the convention at 10 next Friday. So I won't be able to do a stream next Friday for artwork and stuff because I'll be at the convention space setting up and getting my booth put together. Unless I can figure out some crazy way to put something together to stream while I'm there somehow. I don't know about that one, but we'll see. Convention internet is sometimes unreliable. Even though I did see that they have a premium package that you can get to help with your internet stuff, so I might have to do that just so that I can make sure that our purchase stuff goes through and everything else like that. So we'll see. We want to do, I'm gonna do two things here. Yeah, don't want to leave that like that. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, it definitely needs that detail. The detail work is doing what I want it to do, so that's good. Oops, I forgot I have to stop that short. Yeah, I think that's doing what I wanted to do. That looks way better. Gives our little wafts a place to go and stuff like that. Beat. Can also do things like I have to do 2 points. Yeah, like that. How's everybody's week going so far? Everything else going okay? Everybody happy, healthy, doing okay? How's the restaurant going, Sunny? Everything going okay there? Also, is this a restaurant that at some point you are going to inherit or take over, or how does that work? Family restaurant, is it bequeathed to you, a sibling, somebody else? Tell me about your financials. Is it a viable bit? I'm joking. Ended up changing my mind. Thickness over there was not what I wanted. So this part. I'm not as chatty because I'm actively trying not to cough, and I feel like if I talk too much, I'm going to cough all over you guys. Trying desperately not to do that. There we go. May or may not mute myself in between, so I can cough though, by the way. So if you see me being quiet but my character keeps bouncing up and down, that's probably because I'm muted myself and then went off to go cough. Yeah, I'm hoping... Okay, so I still have to do the sword. So if I get the hair done here, I still got to do the sword. That's the next big thing. Yeah, this might take the whole day today. Just might be. There we go. Got some adjustments to make. I kind of like how that one goes, where it goes thin, thick, and then back to thin. I don't like what I've got going on right here at the moment. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a point there. That is not what I did. Select it, add one there, add one there. I can make these a little bit thinner down here. Let's make it thinner up here. Pushing this way if I wanted to. Yeah, something like that. That'll work. There we go. Gotta do this one. Down and around. Let's make this a 2-point. Sometimes you're gonna have to guess how many points it's gonna take you to get to where you're trying to do things. Much like in life, sometimes it takes multiple attempts to figure out what the hell you're doing. That came out a little funky to right here, but that's okay. We can adjust that. I don't want to go too thick. I think I went way thinner on the other side. So yeah, I think the outside of the outside needs to be thinner. Maybe need to drop this a little bit thinner. Let's drop this in a little thinner here. Can extend it out. Okay, so now we're gonna adjust this guy. Like that, something like that. Let's see, hair's a little off. There we go. Okay, so I'm just gonna do this inside stuff here. That one to do. Might be able to copy and paste this one and bring it over. Drop it on that one. It should be similar. Project. We'll see if it works. I doubt it, but you never know. Worst case, we have all of the points that are there, so then we can readjust everything manually. Let's connect that down there. Bring this up here. This is the cool thing, is you can even adjust all of the points inside of, or the cutouts like we just did there, once you have it set. Which is nice. Oops, I moved everything. Okay. I'm gonna do this long one. I think I want to do. Let's do this first. I'm gonna try a different technique real quick. Point. This is gonna be a point way up here. Point. It's gonna come back down to. That's gonna be. Ooh, that's gonna make that weird. Can I do this stuff now? Oh, I can. Oh, ho, ho. And I still have access to this. Sweet. Okay, so we can do the bends whenever we want. That's nice. I didn't realize I could do that. It gave me that option. Sweet. That does make it much easier to be able to do what I'm doing right now. Bam. Sweet. And I can come back in, make some micro adjustments. Yeah, that'll work. Have a good rest of your stream. Thanks, streamer. Appreciate you coming in for a little bit. Thank you, baby. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for a dreamer. Hardest working person I know. Yes, I'm talking about you too, Alex. I mean, you work hard, but you're not the hardest working person I know. Like, hey, true, but hey. Okay, that one's there. Let's put this one a little bit above it. Do that. Yeah, I like that. Cool. Yeah, the details are making the difference on the hair for sure, I think. Always comes down to the fine details. Did I go? I went in on the other side. Let's go. This. Let's go like that. Go way up here. Go. Let's see. Let's go here like that. Let's loop that around. That there. Let's bend it like that. I do have to say I have learned more like keyboard shortcuts for a lot of the stuff that I've done over the years. That has made it much quicker. But I by no means have any of this dialed in. Speed is not the answer here. I'm just vibing, man. Just working on the vibes. Okay. Let's see. Down. Connected all the way. Nope. it's gonna do a double. Just one single strand here. Just went too far. It's right there. There we go. Make sure and save this. This is your obligatory message that I give out every time we do a stream. If you're working digitally or working on a computer, save your work. Save. Literally was in the middle of getting ready to start the stream, and luckily I had saved my stuff before we jumped on, and then the power went out. So if I had this up and I was, 50 layers deep in something, and all of a sudden, badoop, it's gone. Gone. So make sure and save your work. If you're working online on a computer digitally, make sure. There you go. There's your PSA for the day. That's your Tahoe PSA. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I think that looks much better. Might want to bring this. I like how this one comes way far up. I might want to bring that one up further too. Tried short. I wanted to see how it would work, but I think longer might be better. Kind of the way it rolls. Sometimes you do something, you're like, nah, I want to try this instead. See how it goes. Yeah, better. Needs to be a little bit different, a little bit shorter, but still. Just happy little hair strands. That's nice. That's looking good. Sweet. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. So we just need to do these bottom ones. And then I think we can do the sword, and then we could be done. If I go too much farther, I'm just going to keep doing stuff, and I don't want that. So we're going to outline these hair wafts down here, and then we will work on the sword, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Down. Let's thin that out a little bit on the outside edge. That's the wrong thing. Okay. Let's make this one a little bit thicker underneath. And let's make this thinner. Bueno! I don't know what it's saying, but... There we go. here. Let's do this one. Got a couple errors there, but I think I'm going to let those ones slide at the moment. I think I'm okay with that. Let's see, that's gonna be a problem. See the mistake I made. Let me grab that one now, are you? Nope, you're gonna be a butt. Okay, that's fine. There we go. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. I think we can lock down the hair at the moment. Mute myself for a second so I can cough. Ugh. Being sick, fun. Always fun. Okay, cool. I think that gives us the hair that I want. Got the little bits that come out the side, kind of like she has here. We've got the wafts that come down in front. Those are fun. I was able to get the braids in, and I'm happy with those. I think we did pretty good here. Ooh, that changed that a little bit. That's okay. Fix that real quick. I moved the braids in a little bit. There we go. Better. Okay, so let's lock that down and let's save it. So we have it. Now we need to do the swords. Or one sword, excuse me. Let's go ahead and let's move this one. Actually, let's put this on the other side now. We're going to be making it like that, but let's put it straight up and down for now. We'll just make that, and then we'll move it to where we need to move it. Okie dokie now. We've got some basic shapes here. Let's go ahead and, excuse me. Told you I was gonna keep coughing. Let's go ahead and pick a color. Just go with that. Bueno. Let's go ahead and let's go down a little bit. We technically only need like half, even less than half of this. Maybe let's just go down to here for now. Let's go. Let's go. Do that. Let's do that. Go ahead and shorten that up a little bit. That comes underneath. So this has a silver stroke around it. So that can just be, let's go lighter gray than that. Let's see. Let's go like that. We'll build a couple. Flop that. Oops. Then we want to get rid of that. All right, we got ads coming up here in a couple minutes. And we'll just slap these in here real quick. Something like that. We'll go ahead and we'll save it here, and then we'll pause for the moment, and then when we come back from our break, we'll try to get this finished up, and then we can do a couple of the other fun things that I wanted to do for the day. Might not have the ability to. We'll see what happens, but I'd like to get to that next. I want to get to the next hour, but since we started late today, we'll have to see what happens with that. Whether or not we can reach that hour. We also have the video, my post for the week, talking about SnafuCon. It's up on the right-hand corner as well. To talk about today as well and show off that video in the center of the stream. So we'll see. We got a couple housekeeping things to do and look at and figure out and get this done, and we'll see how it all goes. But stay tuned, hang out for a few minutes, or go get a snack in between, or anything else. Check on work, make sure everything's a-okay still. But we are going to take a break here for we're going to have an ad break that runs for 3 minutes, but we're going to pause right here for the moment, and then we will be back after that gets done. So, yeah, let's see. Hey, our assistant's out there. She's checking out some stuff. So we'll leave it on here so we can watch her for a little bit, and then we will be back. So see you in a minute.
Tahoe Anime Pet the Assistant. Sunny_Ruth says big stretch.
I'll do my best. I'll do my best stretch as I can. I'll try not to cough my ass off. No guarantees though. God damn it. Oh my god. Fuck, I don't like getting old. It's not fun. What the hell? Oh man. What a time to be alive. Okie dokie. Should be. Let me check. Yep, looks like we should be back. Should be okay. Do I have? Okay, so that does show that. I was thinking, if you're still here, Sunny. What do you think if I added a little progress bar on the screen here somewhere that showed like our subs and maybe, I don't know how I would be able to do it, if there's a running tab that I could put up there that would show how much money kind of we've put together from doing these streams that is going to go towards like buying our ISBNs, buying the sample copies of the books and stuff like that. Like, do you think that would be interesting to have on the stream for people, or that just be kind of nonsense, kind of in the way kind of things? Oops, I did a thing. Okay. I think I want this one. I don't think it's a bad idea. Okay, I'll look into it a little bit more. I wasn't sure. I don't know if I'd be able to do it or not. I'm gonna have to see. I'll have to try it and see what I can figure out. I'd like most of this to focus on like book stuff and everything that I'm going to, even all the stuff that we've made so far, that's all going towards the books and stuff like that. And even oh god, what was I gonna, the word, I lost it. No, I lost the word. Shit. Okay, that's okay, I'll get it back later. But yeah, basically helping to, I didn't want to do a GoFundMe, I didn't want to do a Kickstarter, I didn't want to do something like that. I wanted to have more direct control over kind of what I was offering to people. So that's kind of where I landed with trying to get the stream up. It's more interactive, and then people can come and go as they need to or as they want to. But then I can also like help and give advice on book topics and stuff too, so thought that would be more beneficial than just being like, buy my course or check out my Patreon or god dang it, I did it again. Didn't feel like those were good. Yeah. Kind of like, so far we have raised these funds. Yeah, I think that's kind of along the lines that I was thinking of. I didn't want to put up I mean, there's an option to do it. I can do fundraising on Twitch. I didn't really feel like doing that option either at the moment. Maybe if we were moderately, if we could get a bigger swath of the publishing kids book writer peoples to come around, then maybe, but I don't know. Always dreaming longer term. We're trying to figure out different ways to do things. That's gonna go backwards. I know she has a scabbard for it. I don't know if it's going to make a difference here or not. Let's look at her setup over here. Yeah, we've got that red case here, but I think we're gonna be, once we move it, it's going to be far enough behind. Let's see. Let's try out. Just move this real quick. I think my idea, and it's kind of a shitty one, is to do it like this. I could do it, oh man. I'd almost have to do it completely sideways, which would make the drawing stick out really oddly, but I mean, I guess the Kirito one also has a weirdly set up like that too. Oh, thank you, Sunny. You've gifted 13 subs to this channel. You're awesome, my friend. Thank you. I appreciate that. Subscribed at tier 3. They've subscribed 6 months, currently on a 6 months stream. Yeah, thank you, Sunny. I appreciate that. You know, it's never required or requested, but I do appreciate it a whole hell of a lot. So I don't know what you see in the streams that I'm doing, but I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad I get to talk to you a lot, and I appreciate that, sir. You have the opportunity and ability to use your money anywhere you want, and I appreciate that you trusted me to spend it on me. I appreciate that. I'm gonna keep saying appreciate it as many times as I possibly can. You're a good dude. I appreciate that. You're one of the good ones. Can confirm. Combine those. those. Let's actually make that transparent because we're gonna have to change a little bit of the shape here. This is a very phallic sword handle. Let me look at I think I have some examples of the sword I can look at real quick. See if that's true, because this is a prop that somebody made that I'm looking at for this. Maybe I should look more at the actual. No, I don't have to make it shaped as much. I'm definitely going to put the details on it, but is there a shot of her from the anime with the sword that I can see? Let's see. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Maybe that one? No, it's the fan art. We can look at this one, but it's not gonna. Yeah, it does have that fluted. Okay, so we're not gonna go as gentle on. We're not gonna go gentle on this one. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. But we're just going to grab. It's going to be a little sharper than what they show. That's just my style. Yay, something like that. Oh, that's... yeah. That's a thing. Literally, that's a thing. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's do another layer. Let's get rid of this one for the moment. I keep pressing all the wrong buttons. And we'll actually centralize a bunch of these details. I think I might have to come back and do some detail on that. Okay, let's go flop that, get rid of that. Okay, let's get rid of this. Let's go. Let's do that. We'll put an actual rectangle in so that it actually matches all the way across. Okay. Even these out a little bit. Even these ones out a little bit. Something like that. Could have done some of this beforehand and just made a cross shape and then made all these adjustments. It probably would have been smarter to do rather than trying to just freehand the whole thing. But that's okay. Okay, there we go. Turn this back on. put that, let's just put that in the middle. Let's turn off that. Definitely want a band to go across here. We have another cross to do up at the top. Let's do... Just do this real quick. And then we'll just modify everything. Let's go ahead and combine those. Do the same thing. This almost looks kind of like a sword. That should be okay. I wonder if those are the same. Don't really have any detailed pictures of what I'm looking for. Ah, there's a good one. There's a good one. Oh, it matches the... Oh, okay, okay. It matches these. That's what it is, on the ones on the dress. So we should be able to just pull that to the sword handle. Okay, cool. I'm glad I looked. Yay! It's showing this one is that. It's bigger and longer. Let's do like that. We'll try to straighten it out a little bit. There we go. Let's change the color correctly. That one. That's good. Okay, so if we want to make this longer, we can actually click on and shift tab on these ones. We can pull this down. Oops, there we go. Pull this whole thing down. And it makes it longer. Cool, I think I can live with that. I need to see what the top one looks like. I think it might just be a mini version of the one we just put on here. A lot of cosplay swords, not a lot of pictures of the sword from the actual anime itself. It's also not this bright green, it's way whiter than that. It's way toned down. This green color that they have is not right. Cool, so that means we can actually tone that down a little bit. Yeah, I think I might just copy and paste that. Use that up top too. I have a feeling that those should be the same. I have a sneaking suspicion. I don't know if I'm right or not. Does that one show it? No, that one doesn't show it. Dang it. I feel like they had concept art or something like that that showed, or character sheets is what they call them, that had all of this information on it. Ooh, is that one in? No, that's the one I have already. Oh, but that one shows the back of her. Yeah, that's what I was missing before. That's okay. We can do a little bit of interpretation here. That's fine. We don't need to go too crazy with it. Double check. I'm just running through some examples real quick just to make sure. You can also make it a shorty. Since it's a small character, we can make it a shorty character sword. I probably will have to come back at some point afterwards and actually finish off all 3 of the swords. This way, if I want to move them around and have the characters like hold their stuff, they can do that too. Probably be smart at some point. Okay. Let's switch this back on. That. Go here. Here. Let's actually bend this down a little bit. Do it here too. Hey, Mrs. Tahoe's home. Maybe we'll do something like that, and that'll make that work. Feel better. Yeah, that works. I do want to change the color. Color is definitely off. Because it's not that. It's bluer, but it's not. Even that's not right. Closer to, it's not that white. I don't think it has that much green in it. I think is a killer, but I don't think it's not blue. That's the thing about that one. Even our image that we have here, it feels off the cosplay one. That's a little lighter, but it's more green. I'm afraid I'm gonna go too light. I think that might be as close as we're going to get it without really messing with it too much. Almost a bad color just because it's too close to white. So like it doesn't stick out on a brighter background because of how close it is to that color. That's fine. Let's go ahead and put an outline on this. Let's go 25% there. Hello. Isn't there? Yeah, that'll work. Let's just go ahead and do the same thing there. That'll help it. We'll make a little thing here. That darker color. How goes it? That's not what I wanted. I wanted that. There we go. It's going. Power outage thing was wild. Weird that I couldn't use my phone or anything either.
That's really
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Yeah, that should be okay. Let's see. Let's put in the blade a little bit here. And then we'll back out and we'll see what it looks like. We'll just put the blade in down to here. Definitely goes, I think this goes out. Like I said, we don't need the whole thing. We just need part of it at the moment. Okay, like that. We'll put a stroke around it for now. Increase that. Let's put it on the inside as well. Just kind of faux in some of the blade shape stuff there. Centralize that a little bit better. Fix some of this. Go. Anchor. Nope, I don't want the anchor. I want the path. Nope, I don't want the path. Wait a minute, I want the anchor. Give me the one I want. That is anchor. That is not the anchor. That's butthole. Oh, I know what I can do. Yeah, there we go. Now it's off. Okay, so that's part of the problem there. Bam. There we go. Cool. Let's get rid of our example behind. Yeah, it's not bad. I think we can definitely go. That one's dark enough there. Let's go up to 45% with that one. Let's go. Oops, that's wrong. Let's go up to 45% there. Shadow. Maybe 60. Then it at least stands out on there. Dang it. Keep doing that. Okay, so let's go. Nope, moved it off too far. Very jazzy music today.
jazzy music.
I feel like I always say that, but at the same time, I feel like it's still true. Like that. These are good. Let's actually make these a little bit closer to white. Let's go down to 10 maybe. Gotta keep doing that. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's get rid of those two. Is there any other details on there? Oh yeah, we can do those details real quick. Those are two that I missed. I don't even know if these are accurate or anything like that, or what these are. These are just their interpretation of... You know what? Let's just do my own too. Yeah, let's just do that. That'll work. And then I'll make it the same color as that, or do I want to make... Yeah, let's match that. Something like that. That should work. Excuse me. Okay, let's take these items, copy. We'll get rid of them off of there. Actually, let's take all of it. Copy, we'll get rid of that. We'll just put it all into the same layer. This way we can group it all together. Group. That. Delete that layer. That is not what I asked it to do. Yeah, I feel like even if I take and shorten the sword to that length, I think I can just put a point on it. Yeah, I can just put a point on it from there. I think almost that would work. Let's see. Let's just try it and see what happens. Yeah. I kind of like it. That tickles me. Cool. So now we can take it and we can put it kind of like on her hip in that style, if I wanted to. I think I need to do that with those swords as well. I think I need to do that too. Just make them little shorty guys. I'm gonna mess with that. I like that she can wear them too. No, I think we got it pretty good. What do we think? Did we nail it? Did we get there? What do you think, Dreamer? Does it work?
It worked. It's hilarious.
Does it look like Asuna?
Yes.
Nice. Hopefully daughter will be happy. This was her brainchild, so I think she will be pleased with that. Which is good. Yay. Okay, is there anything else I need to do to this before I save out this copy? I think I'm okay. The whiskers are the only thing that's a little funky, where these will get covered up over here. This one is not covered. Might need to make an adjustment to that real quick. Might be a pretty big adjustment though. Would have to come way out, which would be fine. Where's that one at? No, not in there. Well, that one's not in there. That one's here. Okay. Mrs. Dreamer, or Dreamer was Mrs. Dreamer. That's funny. Mrs. Dreamer. She was just giggling at the prospect of buttons as Asuna. Let's see. That should fix the problem. Yes. Yes, it does. Okay, cool. Yay, I think that did it. We're going to save that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to export that out. What did I name the other one? Let's look. Promo, standalones, buttons, Kyoto. Okay, yeah, cool. That's what I did. Export. Yay, now I got them both. It's cute. It works. Might be able to make some fun stuff out of that. Let's do... We have a moment here. Let's turn these into shorties real quick. Some length here. Yeah, I like it. That makes me giggle. We'll do it here too. That's fun. Sometimes you just hit on stuff and you're just like, this is weird. And then other times you're like, yep, that's exactly what needs to happen. Let's see. I have to ungroup that one for the moment. Delete that one. Oh, I didn't realize there was another sword back behind there. Do I need that one? What is that doing for me? Oh yeah, that one's the handle. Okay, So we'll have to do something similar. So that goes up. Oh no, it's just a rectangle. We're good. Sometimes when you foreshorten an object that has multiple points in it, it will actually squish everything down. Oh, my character hasn't been here the whole time. I didn't realize. It shortens everything down, so you want to make sure that if you're just doing a rectangle, it's fine. It doesn't change any of the constraints of it. Yeah, there we go. Little shorty swords. I like it. Those are cute. Wonderful. Let's see. Those, want this, want that. We don't want these eyes, we want those ones. Which one had the tail on it? I guess either one is fine. Because I didn't have anything else that went. Oh no, it had hair. Yeah, okay, that's right. That one had to be split because the hair needed to work around it. Oh, that's the other part. Do I make the sword go in front of the hair? Yes, we do. Okay, cool. Oh, I would need to resave that then. Because I did not have that correct before. Yay, alright. Let's see, there's buttons. I'll send up here. There it is. Export, replace. Bam. Cool. We did it. We did a thing. Look at that, Sonny. We did a thing. I like it. I like a Picasso. She's got a little shorty sword to go with everything. Yeah, I like the little extended handle and stuff like that. Actually, it makes it so that it's a two-handed, which works for what I want. Cool. Well, the plan here, so this is where we're at the moment. I do need to go pick up my daughter in a little while, but I've got a little time. It says I've got about 15 minutes left until their next break. I think we'll probably keep streaming for that 15 minutes. We'll do that break and then we'll roll up so I have time to be able to go pick her up and get her back from school and do all of the stuff that we have to do for the day. The thing that I wanted to do... I think I need to open up a new desktop. My folders. Let's see, let's duplicate this. Duplicate. Just put that here for now. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I have, see if I can just put them all in here for now. Oh, look at all these. Look at all these animal photos. Embed those so that they're there. So one of the things that I'm working on for the convention coming up is we're going to put actually some photos up of the animals because this is what has inspired this book series. So what I wanted to do was print out some photos, but also have some characters doing different poses or doing different things that are associated with the animals and stuff too. So I'll have to figure out how I want to set this up here. Let's see. Let's just put you up here for the moment. Let's make this, let's see, the width would be 8.5 by 11. Okay, cool. And we're going to, let's copy, paste that like 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, good. You can have multiple canvases. That's the whole idea. Now we can mess with these. How big do we want these, babe? Because if this is an 8.5 by, do we want like really big ones? I ordered photo paper 8.5 by 11 because I wanted bigger ones to be able to see. Because I'm going to print out the characters that we make on 8.5 by 11, so make them bigger.
And I wouldn't ask my opinion.
Okay, I'm not asking Mrs. Tahoe's opinion because she's does not agree. We've come to an accord. I can always adjust these later too, is the idea. Look at that derpy dog. Okay, so this is, we can see it definitely in Sora's photos here. This is Sora. So you would think these two pups right here, not the same dog. Very different facial features, you know, not necessarily facial features, but colorings, their nose is a little bit different. This is Sora. When she was a puppy, she had really dark fur for a husky. And as she's grown and she's getting that undercoat, that second layer underneath, it is taken over way more of the dark color. So she's way lighter now. And we're not quite sure. Her little nose changed right here in the middle too. We're not quite sure where that came from, but this is still her. The markings are still the same. She's still got the little, little opening right there in the middle, up and over her forehead. Still a derp sometimes. Still wears the same collar. Well, semi-similar. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the idea was to do, so the question is, okay, so I've got 6 of these, 2 for each animal. The idea was, let's make sure this is saved. Go to that. Let's go. Let's go here. The idea was, let's grab these real quick. That one. Select all. Copy. The idea was to kind of put them together, right? Make a couple little cutouts that we could have on all together. That was kind of the idea. So let's lock those up real quick. Let's do this. Oops. That one, that one, that one, that one, that one. Copy. That's fine. Paste. But I don't want those there. Oh. Okay. There we go. Yeah, the idea was to do something like this, where we have them kind of hanging out, doing their things, either doing some kind of action or something like that. Copy. These will all be printed on poster board and then put up like little, kind of like little standees, but oh, she's so sleepy. Sora's dreaming over here by the real Sora. The real one. Something like that. Make one for each one is the idea. Yep, that was when he was younger. Buttons was a big cat, even when he was still pretty young. He was a big cat. Patch, he was a littler for sure, but then he got fat because he kept eating stuff. And then there's Sora. Then he got fat. Poor Patch. We think he was sneaking food away from and eating Button's food. That's what we think. That is the guess currently. Not that Buttons wouldn't have fought for it if he needed to, but he was chill with that. Preparing for save. Okay. Alrighty. So we can get rid of that now. Yeah, I think I need to come up with some ideas on little things for them to do. Do we try to make them kind of match, babe, or do we just kind of have some fun with the animated versions of them? Kind of like they match their photos, or there we go. That works better. A floofy dog. She's an old lady now. An old lady dog. It's got way more photos and stuff in it, so it takes a minute for it to save. Okay, so we're getting down to our 3 minutes before our break pops up here. Let's bring up Canva real quick. We'll do some of our stuff. Ooh, not there. It's not there. Canva. There we go. We'll do some of our wrap-up stuff here real quick. Okay, so we got some work done on the end pages of the book today, or not today, but this week on Monday. We didn't get anything done or worked on 18, which is our big one that I want to definitely work on. It may take a little time before I get to figuring out what to do on that one, but we did have some progress this week with the 28 and 29, which I'm very happy with at the moment, which is nice. So, but we will look at all the things here. For the rest of the week, should be just about the same. Sunday, we should be on for our live podcast, our 500 Little Things from 7 to 9 p.m. Pacific time. That's me and Dreamer, Mrs. Tahoe, talking about all kinds of different things, life, the past, the future, the present, things we'd like to do, and all the little things in between. So definitely, if you want to come by and see us talk about those things or interact with us, please do. It'll be right here on this channel. We'll be streaming, so come check it out. That is our podcast / our live podcast, 500 Little Things. How much time we got? 1:42. I will also be at Snafu Con this year. This will be my first 3-day event here in Reno, Nevada at the Reno Sparks Convention Center, October 31st through November 6th. So definitely, if you are in the area and you'd like to come check out, looks like there's going to be like 50 tables for Artist Alley this year. Come by and check it out. There's a whole list of who's going to be there. I will be over at table 25, so if you'd like to come check out some of the cool stuff that we've got going on, or check out my books, please come by and check it out for sure. It's kind of small on the screen, but that's okay. I'll get it posted up. Definitely check out my social media accounts, either on Instagram, Threads. I think I've got it up on YouTube. I also have it on Blue Sky as well. So all of the major places. You can check it out and see where I will be at. Okay, we've got 30 seconds before our next break here. Our assistant, where's our assistant? She is not in her spot. Okay, we'll leave it on the outside for the moment while I get the camera moved around again for her. But we're going to pause for the moment, and then when we come back from our break, we will do the rest of our little housekeeping items, and then we will roll up stream for the afternoon. So, yeah, stick with us, and we'll be back. Okay. She was making little boofing noises just a minute ago, so she's very relaxed and comfortable. Also, those ads should pop up any second now, so then we will see you on the other side. All right, look at that. Perfect timing. She's off. Like she knows exactly what's going on. All right, everybody. So we are going to roll up the stream now so I can make sure and be on time to pick up my daughter from school. But I'll put up the video here. I'll run the video. You can see about SnafuCon here at the Reno Sparks Convention Center. It's a convention that I've been going to for about 15 years off and on now. And they weren't always at the convention center. They were at the casinos for a little while, but they're at the convention center now. It's fun. It's a good little, still a little convention, which is nice, but it's got some pretty cool vendors that show up and some artists, a lot of artists now that are in Artist Alley. So I'm hoping we'll be able to, keep growing and stuff like that. And I'm excited to be a part of it this year. It's something that I never really thought that I would get to. I always joked about, but I always felt it was like a far off, like, yeah, I can joke about it, but it'll never really happen. But it's happening. We're going to be there. We've got some stuff to sell. We've got books to sell, along with some other new items. We were able to put together some earrings and some keychains and some magnets and a few other things to sell along with our bookmarks and stickers and stuff like that. So we will have some items there to be able to sell. So if you'd like to come by and check them out, please do. I will definitely, I know we're going to miss the stream on that Friday, the 31st. So I will try to post up on social media all of the fun things that are going on and catalog a bunch of that stuff. So definitely check that out. Check out just about all the places you can at Tahoe Anime. That's me. Look for my little logo, my little character here. That should be me. So other than that, I hope you guys all have a wonderful weekend. I will be back on Monday for more art streams, hopefully working on that last page so I can move into full edit mode. And my headset died, which means the music died. So I'm definitely pushing all the buttons today. And it's going to come through the wrong place. It is time to roll up the stream. Okay. Have a good weekend, everybody. I will see you next week. We'll be here on Sunday for the podcast, all that stuff. So thank you, Sunny. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, B-Shack, for coming by. Thank you, Dreamer, for being in our chat for a little bit, too. I appreciate y'all. And we'll see you next time. Bye, everybody.